Welcome back. So the SHTF garden is coming right along. It's going to be an exciting one today because now I'm going to be building a trellis bed. So what I got here is 1 by 8 by 12. I got 5 of these. 4 of them is cut into 4-foot sections. 1 of them is cut into 2-foot sections. Reason being, I didn't have a truck, so they're cut into 4-foot sections. They fit in the truck. They just barely fit widthwise in the truck as 4-foot sections. So if you have a standard size trunk, maybe that'll work for you too. And the plan is to build it 24 feet long with enough distance here if I can fit my wheelbarrow, and then come over wheelbarrow length or width or whatever, and then do a 24-foot long by 2 inches wide. Or not 2 inches wide, that'd be crazy. 2 feet wide. That's why I had the other one cut in sections of 2-foot increments. That way I could put them in caps, and the other ones are just, I had to buy a whole board, so I got that cut in 2 feet also. And this is rabbit fencing. This is what I'm going to be using. It is only 28 inches high, but I'm going to double it. So I'm going to put this hole on the bottom, then cut it in half, start the second set, and go up. Didn't get T-posts, save a little money. I'd gotten these off of somebody who was moving. These rebars, they're pretty tall rebars. He was using them for tomato stakes. So I'm going to use them in my bed. I may need more than just 3, but I'm going to start off with that and see how that works. This is a 50-foot roll, so once I got the bed built and these in the ground, I'm going to start unrolling and zip tying that to these these rebars, and then hopefully come back with a second layer above the first layer, maybe have them overlap a little bit and see what that does. That's the tentative plan. So now I'm going to lay out the boards approximately how I want them, and I'll be back. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is cut some strips a few inches. Well, this isn't real exact science. I just need 10 strips of wood so I can nail through one side into the other to join the pieces together. So I'll be back once I have some wood strips. All right, it's been just a few minutes and I've cut 10 strips to put on the inside. So the plan is, I'll get down here, line these up. I'll put, it's not straight because I'm doing this one-handed, but I'll put this like that, and I'll drill screws into each side to hold the boards together. I'll do that all the way along, and we'll see what it looks like. All right, not the most beautiful thing in the world, but here we go. Probably about 24 feet long, exactly 24 feet, and maybe whatever that width of that is. So 24 foot on the inside. Not the prettiest thing. There was some splitting, some issues where I had to go back and put nails, ran out of screws, but hey, it worked. Now we're going to fill it, put cardboard or whatever I can find to kill the grass off, fill it up with yard waste, cut grass, hay, compost, whatever I got, and put the trellis part up and start planting some peas. Did that bed the same way, so I know all the yard waste and stuff. If there's any comments, they're gonna be like, oh, it's gonna take nitrogen. Well, peas are the first thing I'm planning on putting in here, and peas fix their own nitrogen. So aside from fertilizer, cut grass, which I have in a pile over there for this project. It has nitrogen in it. Peas will also fix their own nitrogen, so I think it's gonna work out. All right, that's it for the moment until I start filling this thing up. All right, the wind is really blowing and it's cold out here, but it's the next day, and I put cardboard down at the bottom, and I'm filling in with some hay, or filled in as much as I want with some hay. I got some food scraps and stuff in there, including a few old potatoes, so I'm kind of hoping they don't come up. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if some of them do. And now I'm gonna go back and dump some compost and stuff on top of this. Yes, I know that of course I'll put some cut grass too to help provide some nitrogen for the breakdown. So I know that's gonna be what I hear is gonna be, hey, oh, that's gonna take nitrogen to break down. That's true, but it will help suffocate any grass out, fill the bed up a lot cheaper than going all compost. It'll break down the nutritious food for the plants. I did the same thing in that bed. And so then I'm gonna go here and got some bags of compost over there. Hopefully it'll be enough. I don't know if it will be or not. And I'll put some grass down, put that on top of that. And the first plants that's going to go in this will be peas. Those will fix more nitrogen in the soil, so hopefully there'll be enough nitrogen. And of course, fertilizer will be added to this. So let's get some grass in there and start filling it up. All right, so here it is with the grass in it. So it's kind of making like kind of a little bit of a lasagna garden kind of thing going on. It's got cardboard. There's no weed barrier, so once that's broken down, the roots will have the ability to go straight into the ground, give our nutrients and waters down there. These will be breaking down, which means the levels hopefully will be nice when I'm done, but over the course of the season, as this breaks down, the level will drop significantly, like that bed has. But it still has access to whatever's underneath it as well. So it's not as important as to fill to the top. And now we got some grass for a little bit of nitrogen. Now we can throw some compost on top. And I'll see if I can get the trellis part put up. It's cold and windy out here. The weather was so nice. Now it sucks. But I'm trying to get some of this done right here. All right, so I ended up saving one bag of compost so I could have something to fill some a little bit bigger pots than those cells I've got, so I could pot up some tomatoes. And the rest went into here. Wasn't quite enough, so I got 6 more bags of the other compost. It was American composted manure, I think, generic brand from Rural King, and it was $1.99 a bag. So I got 6 more of those, of course mixed in with the other bags I already had, and some Garden Magic compost. It has a little bit of peat in it, although I'd rather have, wish I had put some peat in here, but I didn't have any. So that's that. It definitely will be able to hold water even without peat. Some of the other compost has it in there, plus all that hay and stuff at the bottom is gonna hold water like a sponge. So it's really cold and windy, so I'm about to see if I can get the trellis up real quick, and then that'll be that until it's time to plant some peas, which as soon as I can find the seeds, I'm down with it. Of course, I don't know, it's really cold tonight, so I don't know if they would germinate anyways. All right, it's getting dark, so I'm done for the night. There's still so much left to do. So here's how it came out. I'm trying to see if I can come up with some kind of guide wire or something, kind of pull that, hold it from bending down. Ended up having to put a few extra tomato stakes for support. I put 2 extras in here, and so here it is. I don't necessarily like how this, when I do this extra wire, just kind of folded it over and zip tied it down. Plants probably won't care, it's a little messy. Of course, I got zip ties hanging off everywhere, so next step will be to clean it up and plant it. I'll have my trellis bed, 24-foot long bed. I'm going to plant all kinds of stuff in, starting with peas, so I can get that nitrogen fixation in there. I know the soil level is going to drop dramatically once all that stuff at the bottom breaks down. Here we go. Planning on put it in a little bit in the middle so that I have access to plant both sides. It's not quite even. Like I said, this isn't the prettiest trellis in the world, but I think once I have some guidelines to tighten it up a little bit, it'll be a little bit better. But I didn't feel like spending the money on T-posts when I had this rebar already. So there's that. So we'll see how it grows during the growing season here, and hopefully soon I'll be out here planting peas. That's the first thing, and after that I haven't decided what yet. Maybe some melons, maybe some old big dog next door, maybe some watermelons. Who knows? Watermelons. We'll do a profile and discuss if watermelon's a good SHTF food or not. I suspect it's probably not. But you know, green beans, pole beans, things like that. So it may not look great, but it will grow. And I'm not an artist, but I'm a grower. So I guess that makes me a grower, not a shower. I don't know. Imagine the comment section about that. Okay. Well, anyways, have a good night, and hopefully you got something going on so you can grow for your SHTF garden. If you like it, share, subscribe. You know what to do.